Sound waves are formed when a vibrating object causes the surrounding medium to vibrate. A vibration is a quick back and forth motion. A medium is a material which a wave travels through. A medium could be a solid, a liquid, or a gas. As sound waves move through a medium, the particles around them vibrate backwards and forwards. I'm going to demonstrate that using a tuning fork and some water. Pretty cool, huh? A sound's volume is how loud or soft it is. We measure the intensity of sound in decibels. So how do we make and hear sounds? This is determining sound levels. Have you ever made a telephone out of cups and string? Well, I've made one here. I take one end, my friend takes the other end, and we make sure that the string is nice and tight. When I talk into the cup, the bottom of the cup will start to vibrate back and forth due to the sound waves coming from my voice. These vibrations then move through the string, pulling the string back and forth. As these vibrations move through the string, they eventually meet up with the bottom of the other cup. What do you think happens? Yep, that's right. The next cup starts to vibrate, producing sound waves. My friend can hear the sound waves and therefore can hear what I'm saying. Today, you will use various mediums to investigate how they create sounds. For this investigation, you will need a wireless sound sensor. For part 1, you will need a tin can with a balloon stretched over the top. Make sure you don't have any latex allergies. And then we're also going to have a couple paper clips. For part 2, we will use a plastic food container with several rubber bands stretched over it. Resembles a guitar. Then you'll need some paper and a cup with water and a straw. Okay, so for part 1, we're going to use the balloon drum. So for this demonstration, we're going to put a couple paper clips on this. And then I'm going to hold it up and talk under the can to see if I can get the paper clips to move without touching them. If you're doing this in your classroom or at home, it helps to have a partner watch for you so they can get but we'll just go ahead and get a close-up of the action for you. Okay, move, 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 move. Hello, hello, hello. Using your observations, you will answer questions 1 through 4. You can pause the video to complete these or move on to part 2. Okay, so for part 2, I'm going to connect my sound sensor to my device and choose sensor data. You'll see here that it automatically has the sound wave turned on. We want to turn that one off because we're going to be using the sound level sensor, and I chose sound level A. Then you're going to click on the line graph to give you sound over time, and again, the sound's going to be measured in decibels. All right. First thing you're going to do is take a sheet of paper and hold it up over your sound sensor. And in a second, I'm going to start collecting data. And for 30 seconds, I want to make as much noise as I possibly can with the paper. All right, let's do it. All right, it's been 30 seconds. That was actually a lot of fun. All right, I'm going to go ahead and make sure to name this run for you so it's easy to reference. And I'm just going to label it paper. And then your job is to look over the graph and find the loudest sound that you were able to create with the paper. All right, you can pause the video to do that now if you need to. Make sure to also fill in your observations. Okay, so we did the paper. Now let's move to the cup with the water and the straw. And again, I'm going to hold this over the sound sensor and for 30 seconds, make as much noise as I can. If you decide to blow into the straw, make sure you're not making any noises using your voice. All right, here we go. All right. 30 seconds complete. All right, let's save this run. We'll just name it water. Okay, and for your last one, you're going to need to get the guitar, and I'm going to strum it for 30 seconds. Again, trying to make as many loud noises as I can. All right, let's do it. Okay, well, I will not quit my day job as a science teacher and become a musician anytime soon, but that was certainly fun. All right, I did my 30 seconds. I'm gonna label this one guitar. All right, so again, like you did the first 2 rounds, I want you to research the graph and find out where you have your loudest sound and put that into table 1. And again, pause the video if you need to. If you haven't already, make sure to go back and answer questions 1 through 4 based on part 1 using the balloon drum. After completing part 2, you now have the data you need to answer questions 5 to 7. I'm going to take a second and bring you back to the SparkView data. Remember, we saved each of these as a run. I have my paper, water, and guitar. If you want to look at them individually, that's all you need to do is click this way. All right, and you were asked to identify the loudest sound you could create. So if you're looking for data points that may not be easy to read, like this one I can tell is 90 decibels. That one's easy. This one might be a bit more of a challenge for you. So you just click on the data point, choose the coordinates tool, and it'll tell you what the decibel level is at that data point. So hopefully you had fun and now have some good ideas on how vibrations create sound. And don't forget to try that cup and string phone.